day. Yeah, today I'm gonna have a productive day. At first I was gonna say like ideal or perfect day, but what is that? Like, is the day ruined already because I mean my electric toothbrush wasn't on the battery this morning, so I had to use a regular toothbrush? Does that make the day bad? You know, what constitutes a bad day? Yesterday was a productive day for me, but in a whole different way. So it really depends on what the goals are for the day, right? So yesterday I was doing a 36-hour fast. I had a lot of extra time, so I got a lot of like organizing done up in my room. So I was glad about that. I woke up this morning and worked out, and I was 36 hours fasted. And it started out rocky, but then when my body was like, okay, we gotta get some fuel, it found somewhere to get some fuel from, and we got it done. I am gonna do that same workout later on today because I've eaten now, and I'm gonna eat again. You know, I'm gonna eat today, so I'm gonna do that workout again because I'm trying to add more volume because I took a whole week off of working out. I'm trying to do where I kind of do my fasting and my workouts. I want them to be in line with my menstrual cycle. So yeah, I'm working on that, and it's going well. Like, I feel good. Like, that wasn't my first 36-hour fast, and before I started doing this, like my longest fast was 72 hours. So I ain't gonna say I'm used to it because I am a big eater, so I don't think it's something I'm used to. I'm familiar with it. I've fasted, so I know what it's like. And yeah, so I'm gonna go back into another fast Thursday. Today is Wednesday. So I fasted Tuesday, woke up, ate this morning after my workout, and I'm gonna go back into another 36-hour fast Thursday, meaning tonight I will stop eating somewhere between 6 and 7. And then I won't eat on Thursday, and then Friday morning I will break my fast after I work out. And then, because I'm not fasting on the weekend, or I might intermittent fast like a 16-18 or 18-6 or something like that, but not anything, not no 36 hours, not no all day stuff. And then next week I'll do a little bit more fasting throughout the week. Then I'll be in ovulation, which I can only do, like she says, 15 hours, but I take it to sometimes like 16 hours. But also that's the best time to lift heavy. So I might not be fasting at all because after my workout I want to eat. So I might not really be fasting at all during that ovulation period, so I can get those heavy lifts in. It's a lot. It's a lot of moving parts. But I'm trying it out because for me, I don't just have the goal of, oh, I want to lose weight. I want to be optimally healthy, balance my hormones. Above all, I want to be optimal. Longevity is my goal. Above all, above a look or anything, is that I increase my years, not just my years on earth, but the years that I'm healthy and able to move around and be aware that I'm here. Able to increase those years. Fasting for those 36 hours has been shown to help with getting rid of cells that need to be recycled, need to be done away with, that aren't good for you and things like that. So there's a book that I read. So I read Dr. such and such's book, which is Fast Like a Girl. And then I also read Fast, Feast, Repeat. And in Fast, Feast, Repeat, the person who wrote that talks about fasting being the health plan with the side effect of weight loss. So it's not like necessarily, you might not lose, like people fast for months and you don't necessarily lose weight on the scale. So it's really not about that as much as it's about being healthier. And so there may be the side effect that you lose a couple pounds, but the goal is for me to balance my hormones. I'm already seeing positive changes with menstrual cycle, no clotting at all. So I am excited for what that means. Yeah, I'm going in that direction. So we'll see how today goes. it's gonna be successful regardless. Because like I said, that's why I don't want to say a perfect day or anything like that. Just a regular day that's gonna be productive in its own way. It's gonna make its own way. I don't have to try to make it or do anything. What productive means to me is that I do the things that I have decided, as far as the things that I have decided to hit goals at work. But more importantly, get my walks in during my breaks, do laundry during my break. Like, all you're doing is just putting a load in, taking a load out, go out for a walk, and then come back to work, get back to it. After work, you know, working out. What kind of nutrition am I getting in? Am I getting in leafy greens throughout the day, protein, things like that? Am I standing and walking on my walking treadmill throughout the day? Like, did I do those things while, you know, doing the work, but also taking care of my body, so I'm just not sitting around all day? Did I take care of myself throughout the work day? That's a productive day for me. After work, I'm gonna work out, do a little bit more work in my room. I'm really behind on laundry. Last week, so you'll see the video of me, I was really down, so I got behind on some things. And so I want to get back on track with those things. And then, like with laundry, which is a lot of laundry. One thing I don't know if it's gonna work for me with the trying to cycle my exercise to my menstrual cycle is that nobody told me not to work out the week before my period. They just said take it easy. I don't like Pilates, yoga, stuff like that. I did walk, but I am used to a more workout than that, and so I think that also lets me feeling down because I wasn't getting those endorphins. So I don't know what's gonna work for me in that sense, because I need a little bit more stimulation. Maybe I can take, instead of taking 7 days before my period, maybe I'll take 4 or 5 days. Try to get the benefits of not increasing my cortisol or stress levels at the time when my body is trying to produce progesterone and is doing its own processes, to try to respect that. But also I need a little bit more, you know, feeling. So we gotta see how that goes. Trying to make the most of the time when I am working out too, because honestly, if you're not making improvements as far as muscle gain or performance, if you're working that week, if it was better to take that week off for that, then I don't do myself any favors by by just pushing through it and pushing my body, and it's having an opposite reaction than what I wanted it to have. So yeah, we're going to see. But so far so good. Let's see what progress I'm able to make in the gym over the next 3 weeks. I'm going to add in I'm going to go to some HIIT classes. It's so hard because I'm trying to get in so much of what I want to do on the weekends. Like, I want to take dance class, I want to go to HIIT training, I want to go to step classes. So, and all of these things kind of take place on the same days. So no, I need to sit down and organize that in a way that I can get all of that done. It would be hard to get it done all in a month anyway, but trying to get it done really in 3 weeks before I kind of take a break, or like more like I need to treat it more like a deload, which I've done and do. So I need to treat that week more like a deload versus just off, because I just didn't mentally feel good doing it like that. I know everybody struggles with sticking to, or just trying to be healthier. That's really what we struggle with, because I would say of the two things, working out is the easiest one, right? And that's for a lot of people. What I will say is day one is always hard. And I know you've heard that, everybody's heard that before, but day one, you gotta find it on day one. And then after that, go forward, move forward, forward, forward. And before you know it, days, weeks, months have passed. It's definitely easier said than done still. And then just being okay with the fact that it's not gonna be a everyday for the rest of your life thing. It's gonna be a constant. There's gonna be some day ones because you're gonna mess up. Some days aren't gonna be, and it ain't even a mess up, like getting that out your head. Like, these aren't mess up. It's just a part of life and a part of living. Hey, now we're living in regular life, in everyday life, where, you know, some days we eat a certain way, some days we work out more than others, and other days we don't. Like, bringing it into a regular life situation. Like, it don't go like that, to where I think people fall off when we're like, oh man, I ate wrong today. I did this wrong today. And you give up, you throw the baby out with the bathwater. Like, it's just a today thing. It's not an everyday thing. It's just today. Didn't go picture perfect. None of the days will. Maybe we can do some things differently tomorrow to help that day go a little bit smoother. Think about some whys. You know, I've been with the fasting, well, not really alternate day fasting, I wouldn't say, because yeah, I am someday. Like right now, it's an alternate day fast. But it's not like always an alternate day fast, like, because I'm going by my cycle. I'm learning there's just habits, like, oh, when it's time to get off work, you think you're supposed to have a snack. When you watch a certain show, you think you're supposed to eat with it. When you are bored, you want to grab something. Like, it's not necessarily that I'm starving, not. It's that I have these routines built up to where I feel like at a certain time or during a certain activity, it's supposed to look a certain way. And that, just like I built that reflex, I can build another one where a salad now for me. Like, I know all this to be true for me because it happened. Over the last 2 years, I've gone from that person who I would have sworn off salads, to be honest with you. I just wasn't doing it. And so now I want that stuff. I crave salads. I'm eating berries and stuff like that. I eat the other stuff too, but I'm craving these kinds of things and making it a more, this is just who I am. And that didn't happen because one day I made a magic change. It happened because several days compiled onto one another of me doing, of me practicing it. And it became a habit, just like the habit of eating while watching a TV show. Just like that habit was formed, these other habits can be formed, and like watching the TV show without doing that can be formed the same way. So yeah, I still, of course, life is life, and I'm not looking to be perfect at any of it, because sometimes I do want to veg out and just eat and watch a TV show, but sometimes I don't, and I want to have, the option, the muscle built to do the other if I so choose to. And that's all it is building that muscle, that habit of, I wouldn't even call it discipline. It's just reflex. It's habit, building that muscle of habit. Yeah, so that's what I do. And it's worked for me so far. Now that got me where I'm at today, and I'm ready to make more changes. And so, finding ways and things that I agree with, that I'm willing to do to do the next phase of whatever that looks like, that's where I'm at. Just looking for, so what am I willing to do? I guess I would say now that exercise for me is a reflex. I go into, okay, and picking healthy foods throughout the day is a reflex. Now I go into, okay, could we put some space in between when we can watch a show and not necessarily have to eat. And the alternate day fasting helps with that, because I'm watching things on days I'm fasting. So it's kind of breaking the habit of, I just got to have some kind of food in order to watch TV. No, you don't. No, I don't. So I'm glad about that. That's one of the positives of it. So yeah, I think for me, I'm not looking for to have a perfect day. I'm looking to have a day where I use as many of my tools and habits that I'm trying to reinforce, as many of those as possible. And if this sounds like not like a regular voiceover, clean and clear, it's because I'm doing something. And I'm just talking to y'all about, the video that I know that I'm gonna put it to. You might be seeing this the whole way through. I don't know. I have no idea.